Hi everyone, so this is a quick tutorial on how to use ETC Portal. Miss McKeown does want one of the resources that you use for your research project to be a database from ETC Portal, so I'm just going to show you how to do that. To get to ETC Portal, you click on Library on the main Atascadero Junior High School website. So you click there, and then go down to ETC Portal. And that'll bring you to the main page of ETC Portal. I'm going to ask you to go ahead and log in, and the login for the junior high is JH for your username, and then Saints for the password. Okay, that'll bring you to this section. You are doing research, but we're going to use the Gale Science and Context database, and to get to that, you click on Science over in the subject area on the right. You scroll down and there's Gale Science and Context, so you go ahead and click that database. So here's the Gale Science and Context database, and you're going to be looking for reference sources for your disease that you've been assigned. So you can do that one of two ways. You can click on Browse Topics, which is right over here under the Gale Science and Context image. You click that. Now it gives you all of the different headings or titles or subjects that are in this database. So say you were doing research on the disease for leukemia, you could click here, or Alzheimer's disease, you could click there. If you're not seeing it, or if you want to get there quicker, you can type it up here in the search bar. So I'm going to use the example of a sunburn. Okay, so that brings me to this page, and you can scroll down and you see that there's reference results, audio results, news results. Over here on this side on the right, it'll show you how many for each one there are. So there's 15 reference results, there's academic journals, magazines, etc. We're going to focus on reference, and a lot of reference results, it'll give you an ebook version of like an encyclopedia, and encyclopedias are always a really great place to start when you're doing research. So I'm going to look at these. You can see there's just the top 3 results right here out of 15. And there's Sunburn from the World of Health Encyclopedia from 2007, Sunburn from the Gale Encyclopedia of Medicine from 2015, and then there's something on sunscreens. So you want to compare these 2 years, so 2007 and 2015. Those are the publication years, and you want to get the most recent updated information. So we're going to use the 2015 one. So click here. You can see there's an image. If you scroll, there's definition, description, demographics, causes and symptoms. And if you just keep going, there's more information like treatment for sunburns. You should already have 3 headings picked out from the instruction sheet that Miss McKeown gave you. So, for example, your headings that you're taking notes on could be definition, symptoms, and treatment. So luckily, this article already has definition set aside, it has symptoms set aside, and it has treatment. But if you didn't want to have to look through the whole article, there's a shortcut. You can hit Control on your keyboard and then hit F. Oh, sorry, I'm on a Mac, so I'm going to have a different thing. If you're on a laptop other than like a MacBook, you would do Control F, and if you're using a Mac, do Command F. And that'll give you this little search bar up here in the top right corner. So say my heading was symptoms. I could type in symptoms, and it would take me to this section right here for description of symptoms, and it would also show me highlighted symptoms, a separate section, causes and symptoms. So what this will do, it's called a finder, and when you type that in, it's going to highlight that word all throughout this resource. If this section isn't giving you exactly what you want for what symptoms are, You're just going to need to read through it to see if it's actually the information that fits that. For example, if I was looking for the heading complications and it wasn't really popping up and it just zeroed out, like I could type in complications. And it is here, there is an example, but sometimes when you type it up here, it's going to say 0 of 0 right here, and it's going to beep at you, so you might want to think of other words that could be replaced for complications. But definitely make sure to follow those headings that Miss McKeown gave you. So now that you've done research in here, you have to write down your bibliographic citation right at the top of your page. So that would be under citation tools. You can look over here on the right-hand side. Click on citation tools, and then you want the MLA format, and it's this right here. You don't need to write down the URL, just this. If you forget where this is, up here in the corner, citation tools, you can scroll all the way to the bottom. Let me see where, all the way to the bottom of your resource, and it'll be right here. So that about covers it. Just make sure you're using a reference source. You cite where it came from when you take notes. You never want to copy down exactly the information from this. You need to put it in bullet points in your own words. Thank you.